Yo, what's up guys? You got pokeaim here with a video on Meltan's officially released evolution. This has been officially released by the Pokemon Company in the trailer, and it is still a steel type and it's called Melmetal. Now I'll show you guys it real quick. It actually looks kind of clean. Not gonna lie, it has that that Regigigas type of feel, like really. It's a full-on unit. It's an upgraded Baymax type of thing. Like it is a threat. I actually like how it looks right from here too. It still retains its tail. Looks like it stretches out. Let's talk about it a little bit with the information we have. Like I said, this is an official release. This is not a spoiler. This is, I mean, it might be considered a spoiler, but it's Pokemon put up a video on it and it's there. So it is a pure steel type. First off, it is the first mythical Pokemon with an evolution. So let's just go about that real quick. We have had Pokemon with that you can breed from. So like Fione is considered a mythical Pokemon, and it can be an egg, but it can't evolve into Manaphy. Also, this ad for Spirited Away, that is a great movie. I encourage you guys to watch that. Incredible movie. Anyway, it is the first mythical Pokemon that can evolve. We've had mythical Pokemon with different forms. Look at Hoopa and Hoopa Unbound, Hoopa Confined and Hoopa Unbound. Look at Keldeo when it has a Sword of Justice or whatever. Look at Meloetta with the Pirouette step form. Shaman, obviously. A mythical Pokemon is basically an event-only Pokemon. So this is the first one that actually is confirmed to evolve. So some people are saying they hope it doesn't get the Zygarde treatment. I don't think that will be the case. The Zygarde treatment, or they hope that it gets the Zygarde treatment versus the Regigigas treatment. I don't think that it will have a hindering ability like Regigigas. Regigigas is its own Pokemon. This straight up evolves from Meltan. So it requires 400 Meltan candy to evolve into Melmetal and can only evolve in Pokemon Go. You need to send Melmetal from Pokemon Go to get it into Pokemon Let's Go and Pokemon Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu. Okay, whatever. It has. This is the cool part. It has a new move called Double Iron Bash, which strikes an opponent twice and can cause the opponent to flinch. So I'm thinking this is like some combination of Gear Grind plus Iron Head, right? But I'm thinking it's a little bit more powerful than Gear Grind. Not that Gear Grind isn't a good move to begin with. Gear Grind is a good move, but I feel like, if I'm not mistaken, Gear Grind is base 100, and I feel like that's kind of weak for a signature move. Not that we hadn't had weak signature moves. Look at Relic Song and things like that, but Relic Song also comes with its own little, like Relic Song comes with its own little ability added to it. But yeah, Gear Grind is base 50 on each hit, so it's base 100 altogether, and it's 85% accuracy. And obviously Iron Head is 100%, it has that 30% chance to flinch, 60% when you're using it on Jirachi. However, if this move, I'm going to assume that each hit is about 60 base power, right? So I think 120 is a fair assumption for an event move, or a move like this, just a signature move. So let's just assume that it's new signature move, right? It doesn't have to be a signature move, but let's just assume it. I feel like 120 is a good place to have it, right? Seems fair. It's different than Gear Grind. However, another cool thing about it is that, again, because it hits twice and does have a chance to flinch, let's assume that the chance to flinch is 30% on each hit. That means it has a 51% chance to flinch your opponent every single time it's used. However, while that's really cool, let's look at this Pokemon. Does it look like it will be a fast Pokemon? Now, looks can obviously be deceiving. For one thing, Shofu is a dunking monster, and he is probably about as tall as this Pokemon right here. So this is about 10 feet tall. Another thing is Regigigas, while it does have slow start, it also has base 100 speed naturally. So that may lead, this thing doesn't have to necessarily be slow, right? This thing does not have to necessarily be slow. And because it is a steel type, it has 3 moves as options that might be there. One of them is Atomize. I think Atomize / Rock Polish, which is, you know, 2 of the moves that I was naming, but they're essentially the same thing. I feel like Rock Polish / Atomize is definitely something that will be in its move pool. That I think is a given. Could be wrong though. Could absolutely be wrong, but I do feel like that. Oh, I guess 4 moves. One other move that could be in its move pool, since we're talking about Clang Clang and has Gear Gun, is Shift Gear. It is a bunch of, you know, gears, bolts, whatever. So nuts, whatever. So it might have access to Shift Gear, which in turn would be incredible. It boosts its speed ×2, boosts its attack +1, and it has this flinching move, right? And they might even give it 100% accuracy, so who knows? Could be super good. And the other move that I think would be really cool would be Trick Room. This is if it's incredibly slow, they give it access to Trick Room. Now, there is only one pure Steel type currently that has Trick Room, and I'm not counting Arceus because Arceus gets Trick Room and it holds a plate and then it becomes a pure Steel type. But the only pure Steel type with Trick Room, and again, pure Steel type, I'm not saying Steel Psychic. All the other ones are part Steel, part Psychic, right? That's Jirachi, Bronzor, Bronzong, Solgaleo, Necrozma, Duskmane, whatever. Those are all Psychic Steel. They all have Trick Room, fine, whatever. But Kling Klang is the only pure Steel type outside of Arceus holding a Steel plate with Trick Room. And what does it have? It has a move that is similar to Kling Klang's move in Double Iron Bash. So this thing might be slow, and we might see it as a Trick Room sweeper with a move that can flinch your opponent under Rune. So that's not bad at all. Who knows? Obviously, another big thing we want to talk about is abilities. Now, because this Pokemon will only be available in Pokemon Go and then Pokemon Let's Go, Eevee, and Pikachu, initially, you will have to wait a while, obviously another year or whatever, till the next generation comes out, Gen 8, and ideally this is transferable to that. But because of that, it won't have an ability. However, assuming that it is able to be transferred to the next game, that also means that Meltan will be an Eviolite mythical Pokemon. So, Meltan is pre-evolution, obviously we'll have access to Eviolite when the time comes, which means that maybe Meltan is... We don't know if it's going to be good. We can actually just look right at Phione real quick. This is, I feel like Phione is the weakest. Phione is the weakest mythical. Yeah, it has base 80 across the board, which isn't terrible. That's not terrible. I believe this is 480 at max, if I'm not mistaken. So that's not terrible, especially with a Violite boost. However, we obviously don't know that. We don't know what its actual stats would be, but this is 480 across the board. So times 1.5, you know, max out defenses and then whatnot. Let's say with like an impish nature, that's 280. 80 is 284. So you know, you did 284 times 1.5, which should give you 426. Yep, that's like the speed tier that Beedrill hits. So could have really good defenses on both sides. Who knows? And you know, invest in HP. Maybe they'll give us a good stat. So as an Eviolite Pokemon, it might actually be really good. Who knows? And then you know, we have to go about abilities as we keep going. I'm thinking maybe a Magnet Pull type of thing, or like a Volt Absorb for Steel type attacks type of thing going on. Though I really hope that's not the case. Though it would be really cool. I don't want it countering itself. I want to be able to hit it with its Double Iron Bash. So this is obviously looking forward into Generation 8 though, because there are no abilities in Let's Go, and there are no abilities in Pokemon Go, and there are no items, held items in that. So looking forward though, Meltan might actually not suck as its own Pokemon holding in the Violite. And I mean, like there's usually been lesser forms that there's been lesser forms that are still good. Look at Hoopa Confined version, so the regular Hoopa, Meloetta in itself, and things like that. So just to show you, they're not bad, but who knows? This is the first time that a mythical Pokemon has actually been able to evolve those. So let me know your thoughts. I absolutely love how it looks in this picture. I think this picture is absolutely incredible. Shout out to Cerebi, of course, which is where we on. I think that the way it's fighting is really cool. It's little, trying to show you guys a bunch of... Look at this thing following me. How is this even fair? I will actually accidentally knock people down. Bro, that old man is just like, can you please move? Anyway, that's going to be the end of this video, though. Let me know your thoughts on it. I think Melmetal looks really cool. Again, that whole Baymax feel, just mega. It has a Regigigas type of feel as well. But you guys can let me know your thoughts down below. And yeah, I'll see you guys later today with another video. So goodbye, my friends.